like pool.
Turn me on, dog.
Well. Good morning, good afternoon, happy Monday, happy day of the month. The sun is not out because it's not Sunday. It's Monday for money. Oh, we in a trade. Let's go. Alright, get into this resistance level. Golly. So this is the funded account. Just jumped in a trade, seeing if VWAP band is gonna hold, which it doesn't look like it is. So we're gonna close that out. Yeah, we're gonna size down because let me tell you right now. So I actually woke up a little bit late today. Let me turn this down. So right now we're down at 984, so size down. Already taking 2 losers in this account today. VWAP band is not my friend. Both times tried to grab it. So got into this move up a little bit late, but as the entire spectrum of the day, I mean, we're kind of looking downsies. Had some pretty wild candles so far. Back under 20,000. That bouncing off of initial not initial balance, but value area low. got my coffee, and we are in business. I mean, we didn't hit value area low last time, and the Bollinger Band is, well, you can't even really see it. The Bollinger Band is basically there already, so where we at? This is like 80 to 67, right? Let's give that a stab. Should get one, because this one's gonna keep going. Golly. Very low. Moved and now it's holding up, huh? Very interesting. We're still under middle ground for the RSI, so it's not horrible. But if this one does go bad, we will be jumping into one of the other accounts. So yeah, we have a few accounts now. Got a couple of them. Right now we're in the funded 250K, which this one has not gone off to a good start because VWAP band deviation has not been my friend. Luckily, I didn't let either of those get to full drawdown. You know, this one I had got in here, which value area was like right here, which is where the 10 points was, like right there. So this only ended up being like 5 points, but I knew that it was going to come down and hit that, so I was like, you know what, let me just scratch it. And this one, kind of the same, it would have ended up hitting my my 10 points, so I was like, man, let me just scratch it out of there. Just in case it starts to run a little bit more. Put those down here, honestly. I do expect us to see it bounce off of that. So this white line is initial balance, which I imagine we're going to see a bounce from. Once it actually gets to it. That's cool. Alright, 310. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a bounce off of this though. Value area high, maybe, or value area low. Maybe. We do got a pivot point at 902. Got a tiny little fair value gap, but we also have, pull this down. Like, this is a very interesting area. 34 is on the 5 minute. Point of control. We have a pivot point here as well. A sell order block. We got a fair value gap, but it's got to break through the VWAP band. It's got to break through a couple of things to get up there, but the trend is very much looking like it's on its way down, so to think that we keep going down to at least the next VWAP band. We're gonna wait till we get a couple good ones under the belt before we size back up to the regular 4 skis. Yeah, apologies, I got on a little late today. I was up kind of late, and I don't know if any of y'all have been watching the Billy the Kid series, but I just finished the 2nd season on that. I like it, but it's probably just because like I'm a fan of Billy the Kid. Like, I watched a lot of documentaries, and if you ever seen that movie Young Guns, it was basically about him and his regulators. Pretty interesting stuff, man. Pretty interesting stuff. Crazy to think that that was not even that long ago. Like, basically, like a little bit over 100 years ago. Most famous outlaw, regulators. So, pretty interesting stuff there. Closet. I don't need to be looking at clothes. Clothises. Alright, initial balance. Bottom of the VWAP, or bottom of the Bollingers. Probably get back up to value area low. Question is value area low or VWAP? Deviation gonna be a bounce? That is the question. It's looking like initial balance is gonna hold though. Band, so to think that bounce is very likely, so bounce on the view up band. See if you help me out this time. View up band. Volume's at like 4K. It's a strong little candle down, so just gonna take a little bit off the top right there. It's just because the at least the last 2 times that I've tried the VWAP band, it has not held up. So I was like, you know what? Let me just grab what I can off of that. We got a pivot point down at 822, right? What is that? 822? Am I saying that correctly? Sheesh. Man, we're about to be going down for a little while if this keeps going. But, I mean, look at the delta. We're starting to get a little bounce here. Question is does it retrace all the way up to initial balance low? IBL. Starting to get a little juice. Steppers, sellers are appreciating this area. Let's go. I think we can at least get to initial balance. Value area just in case. Working our way back. Even though I could let this run and get like the full pointage out of it, rather just snag these little moves off of it. You know, part of the process. You gotta be patient with these things. And granted, I could have just waited it out, but I didn't want to, like, I don't want to see it turn red on me. So, take these little snipes off of it. I'm probably gonna get a bounce here, but this might be the little pullback. We're gonna wait and see. I'm gonna move back to 4 counts. So I think I'm starting to get a feel for it. Won 3 trades in a row, even if they were small. So if we get a full 10-point skis with 4 contracts, I'll be up 400. And honestly, I'll probably just take one more trade after that just to hit my target of 800 for the day. And we just jump straight into the next account. Yeah, I feel like with these with this funded account, I'm trying to like make sure that I take it smooth. I don't rush it. You know, right now we're down 463. Profit target by the 5th is 6,600. So if I keep doing 800 every single day, then I should get to like 8,000, which will give me, when I make the withdrawal, that'll give me a $5,000 buffer basically, and just start snowballing it from there. Alright, coming back down. That was the little pullback skis I was figuring. Almost got to initial balance. Question is, do we bottom out here? Let's make this a little bit smaller. I like seeing what's going on. You don't necessarily need to see the RSI. I don't either. It's funny I have it on there, but that was just to kind of see like where the momentum's going. But it's not necessarily something I gotta like see every single time I go in. So we do gotta, let's see, what is Bookmap doing? Bookmap is, yeah, I think we start moving up. And there's not really too many sellers that are up that way. Volume's at 4,000, so that's pretty solid. Gonna break the initial balance, but this initial balance to here, so almost 10 points to the value area low. It'd be a very interesting little V bottom if this happens like that. Credit, still got to go up to here before it breaks the trend. So at 85, which is basically where the next VWAP band is. So I don't think that it depends. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But only time will tell. Actually, let me here. I need a haircut. It might be in the books today. It might be in the books. Oh my god, why did I go all the way down there? So maybe we touch initial balance. Starting to look a little roundy. Everything seems pretty chill right now. Oh lord. Big seller. Big seller. How many was that? 107 right there. You see that? That was that quick little spike. Alright. They say we're tired of these all-time highs. It's crazy. Someone pointed out to me something that I thought was some interesting information, that, you know, the majority of the market, all they can do is buy and hold. But with futures, you know, you could actually sit there and sell too, you know, which is like something that gives us an advantage over your average day trader. Because when they sell, they just give up their position on it. When I sell, it's like, all right, yeah, keep going down. I'm gonna make money on that, which I think is something that makes futures pretty lucrative, honestly. So glad to have that option. Oh, so while we wait for something to happen here, as you can see, this is the funded account here. Then we got this one, which is another 250K. We have a 50K, and we have a 150K. So took advantage of Apex's deal. Right now the 150, 250, and 300 are all the same price as the 50K, so those are $40. Use the code that I got right above for Apex, and you will get the best deal every single time. And then the other benefit is that if you pass them, you only pay an $85 activation fee, which is what I did with this one, and it's a lifetime. So it's better than the monthly, and you're only paying it one time for it to last for 10 years. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna take the lows here. Perfect bounce off the VWAP band. It's the bottom of the Bollinger. I'm gonna leave this up here. I gotta make my picture smaller. See, I would put it up here. I would put my video picture thing up here, but then you wouldn't be able to see this. So I do think that we got a lot of buyers at 35, so maybe we see a little bounce skis off of this. That might just rocket fuel us down, honestly. I'll wait to see what happens, because we got a 41 block sitting right there. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens, but I would imagine that would be absorbed because of the way that the stuff is going. So that's the 41 right there. Filling them out, filling them out. Yep. Let's take a stab. Starting to get a little roundy. Yeah. So 5 points right there. Interesting. Now that I think about it, is this on the right contract? Because that's at 9. This says 9.8. Oh, I was reading this wrong. Yeah, so we're bouncing. Oh yeah, we're gonna bounce off this pivot point. I didn't realize that this was right here. I thought we were at 9.982. Yeah, pivot point's about to hold. That was me. That was stupid. Yeah, we're gonna get a bounce off this. At least until VWAP. Fighting it though. They are fighting it. You know you want to. Took a little off the top, so that matters. I do think that this pivot point is gonna hold this previous week low as well. Delta is kind of stalling out, so as long as they can dissolve all the buyers, I think that we are in a good standing, but selling pressure is kind of heavy at the moment. Yeah, I think we keep going. Alright. Where's we got an order block at 800. Just put it at exactly 800 just to be nice. Hit the order block yet, but small moves, man. Small moves, I'll take it. Now the question is whether or not the pivot point is gonna hold up as resistance, which is right here at 22.50. So we would have to break this before I start thinking like, oh, let's buy it. Let's see what's going on. Sellers right now are basically out of the market. Golly. It's kind of interesting that we got this much volume right now at this time. You know, usually at this time is when volume dies down a bit, so. At the bottom of the Bollinger. The bottom of the Bollinger. About to hit 800 psych level. Going into an order block from a while ago. Golly, where is this from? I don't even know. Wait to see what happens when it jumps into this. I do think we are gonna continue our way down. Delta is slowly stalling out, so it is quite interesting. It's coffee. Let's see, did Apex put anything interesting up? Notice board. Anything? 1053 everyone. Futures contracts. Yeah, I think I read all this yesterday. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we are up to date on this one. Alright. Sellers are buyers are liking this price, so seems like we might get a little rotation. Oh, maybe not. I spoke too soon. Because we gotta break the 800 to go down to the next VWAP band, which is at 782. Alright, that's pivot point, VWAP band. I think let's do this. Because there's a big old fair value gap that it's gotta pass. Oh, it just took it off. What the hell? How did that go away? Right down to the view up in again. Be careful, because this might just be a small little pullback. We gotta break. Oh, it's already above it, but yeah, see, this is the last like high delta, which was down here, so I think it is gonna keep going, but don't want to jump in too crazy. So Just a little bit above the VWAP band. 20 to 80 rotation, that'd be nice. Probably take it 8 trades or so out of this account. Probably just see what I could do, get to the 10 and call it, and then just double back on it later. Alright. I do think that we can get to the 10, but so I got it up there to the 34. Yes, sir. And we are back green just like that. Probably could have let it, keep riding. 480. Oh, no, that's 3 contracts, so 3, that'd be decent number. Get a little pullback to VWAP again. Do got the pivot point right under it. I would say maybe even pull back to the pivot point. Alright. It says 10, but that's just because these got filled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would be my 10th trade right here. Down the VWAP. Down's just starting to get heavy. Just a little bit. Yeah, this probably goes without me though. Yeah, let's take it off. One more trade, guys. One more trade. So we got the 34s right here. Initial balance is all the way up there. But initial balance, VWAP band, top of the Bollinger. Value very low. I do think that this will, I mean, it depends. Because if it runs, it should be taking it right here. 2250 was my original entry, so it would have been that. What's that? 2225. Bouncing off the pivot and the VWAP are right there. Which technically we're above it, so I'm inclined to think that they both offer us support, but Delta is just kind of starting to round off right there, but this might have just been a little pullback skis to continue our way down. Which I feel like would make sense. I mean, the trend is still down. I mean, technically it made a newer high. One more step. Trying to find the legs. So might just be trying to build that confidence. Still looking up. What's going on in the book map? Whoa. What's going on? Big seller, big seller. Yep. I might just close this out. Yep. Biscuits. Alright, we're back down 800. Sorry, we'll come back to this. Let's jump into this account. Brand new 250. Let's go. Big seller tried to push that mug. What was it? It was 21.67. Almost done. Still think that we go up. Pivot point is holding up pretty well right now. That's the pivot point right there. So it got down to it and bounced. Just trying to see what it wants to do. We do go down now. Pass it off the pivot. Alright, breaking it. Jump into the sell side. If it cracks this low, and we are still going down because it technically still didn't crack this. So the trend is still technically down. Buyers seem to like this spot though. I ain't fighting it. Pivot point's like, not on my watch. I'm actually gonna go a little bit higher on this because this is a eval. Okay, we've got a doji on the 1 minute. To the bottom, take new lows? I think so. I feel like with the evals, I can be a little bit more patient, let shit kind of play out how it needs to play out. It's down by 95. That's tapping into the order block that's down there. So imagine that we take the lows right now. Trying to hold up. Go to the pivot point. Just gonna move this up a little bit. Big buyer. What is that? 45. I could just help fill out all the sell orders real quick though. And maybe we don't take new lows today. At least not right now. It's getting up there. Lower VWAP band. Got the pivot point, and they're basically at the same spot, which is like right here at 22.50. Oh, break it. do. Big buyers, big buyers. Oh, and I think we are out of there. Yeah. Kind of figured that. That's okay. Now we're going to get up into the 34s, which is the upper of the Bollinger Bands. So maybe see a bounce from here to 25. I like it, but I'm not sure. Basically hit it. Delta was kind of built up. I mean, it's like not necessarily a strong move, but see. Looking uppies. I think we'll get a bounce off of all of the 34s because we basically did, but made a higher low. So I'm inclined to think this right here, this would be equal high. So I'm inclined to think that we break this if this is really starting to turn the trend around. Broke the pivot point and the view out. Is this where we're taking those? It's definitely an area of interest. Test it. See if we're actually going down. I mean, that's basically like a hammer right there. I want to say we do keep going down though. We've closed out at the pivot point slash. Let's take a stab. I think we're going to go down. Technically, that would be a higher low. Slippage is a mug. 296. I think we do continue to go down though. Take the lows. Take the lows. It's down to 75 because we haven't touched the order block yet, so I'm inclined to think that we get down there. Broke that low. Trying to find the legs. Delta's looking heavy. Come on. Just take the lows. Take them. Alright, up 19.20 right there. We had one that got stopped out for two of them. So I was like, there. This is an order block. We're up 2,000 in this account. And that is with 5 trades. Let's try to run a couple more. So we tapped into it. I'm inclined to think now go up because this is an old order block, so I would imagine that this one's got like some weight to it. This is the first time that it's being tested, but we don't have very many buyers in the market right now, so it'll be interesting to see what it does. And we are at the lower Bollinger. We're kind of stalling out on the Delta. Honestly, if it breaks 80, we might just keep going down. Down, down, falling in love, bow, 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 bow. Which I think we might do, actually. Again, yeah, I can't see that. Let's do this. Make it a little bit bigger. Because this, I don't really need too much of the screen. That way I can still have this decent. Y'all can see it. I do think we keep going down, though. I think we are going to run this order block. Let's do it. Chase to the last candle. That's probably gonna take me out. So that is okay. Yeah, I think we do get a little bounce here. Until like here. That's the last resistance. Oh, it goes without me. Just trying to find the legs. It's gonna take a while. Come on. I get stopped out. Prime example of gambling right there, guys. Going up to view our band at least. Okay. Question is, does it keep going past it? Which Delta's not looking too strong. So the last high was like over here. Yes, even though the price action is getting there, it hasn't passed it yet, so will he touch the VWAP band? Buying the bottom of the range. It's kind of scary in this case. Buyers are picking up pressure. 34 is above it. I'm inclined to think that we at least get to that, to 20. Let me just wait down, let me see. 800 psych level. So the next volume's out here. Tested it, so I imagine that we end up getting past it this time around. VWAP bands haven't been holding on too well in this session. Finally. Alright, back up 800. That was 420 times 10 or 2, so 220, 2,200 on that trade. How many are we at? It says 14, but a lot of these trades are broken up. Let's see, I started down here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 3 more trades. I'm inclined to think that we do break this to the top of the range. Let's do it. I already broke the 34, so this should offer us some type of support at this point. Alright. I'm getting to the top of the range here. Delta is getting strong. It's almost at this level. That volume down there is all the way down there, so. It's way down here, 800. $5,600 for the drawdown. VWAP band maybe. And did make a higher high than this one, so I'm inclined to think that maybe come back down past the pivot point, which is what it's trying to do. Well, I mean, technically it didn't make a higher high, but it almost did. This is quite the interesting spot. Pivot points holding for its life. We got the 34s right around it. I think that it does end up breaking. Let's see, because we got the pivot point right here at 2250. So we got the VWAP band right there. We might go back down and test this order block. You see, this is a very interesting area. We got the pivot point right there. We got this order block, which we tapped into, which is in previous week low move there, which is down here. So maybe we swing back down here. I mean, we've seen some resistance here, so there's a good chance that we do see a bounce off of that. I'm gonna say right there. I mean, we could wick past it, but we got 800 down here. I don't know if I really want to give it that kind of space to wiggle around. Delta's trying to figure out what it's doing. I don't want this. I haven't looked at this in a while. This is an 800 tick chart, and someone put me onto this. Honestly, I haven't used it at all, but just to see what it looks like is always nice. So make sure all this stuff is updated. Alright, we're still below the pivot point. Don't think VWAP band is gonna hold up. Yeah, I think we break it, honestly. It's like selling. Would that be down to 02? It's right here. I mean, this is kind of not exactly top of the range. It's kind of like middle of the range, but 0810 is give or take like where I'm expecting to see a bounce. Because if this is really starting to like make its way up, we've seen like some type of like resistance support in this area, so maybe as far down as 02, 03 should be quite interesting. Don't want to jump in just yet. Let's see, where am I? I'm up 1400 in this account. What's this one? This is a 50K. Can't trade 10 contracts with that. This one here is my funded account, 250K funded account. Down 800 right now. That was just because I was jumping in trades. My first couple ones were losers, and I was just waking up. So I think I might just take one trade here to kind of bring this one back positive, which right now it seems like Delta is kind of stalling out. We're looking at 2.6 on volume, so it is dying down a bit. But oh, okay, what was that? 107 block at, look at that, 115. They're saying no, we are going up. Alright, we're still fighting around the pivot point. Bounced off the top of the 34 EMA, SMA here. That big bump might have just been something to catalyst it going down. So far, VWAP band's holding up, but this is very tight squeeze, man. Very tight squeeze. I do think that Delta's looking roundy. I think we're pretty low, but we're pretty below the pivot point now, which was here, which is where the 34 EMA is. Technically here at 2250. So I'm inclined to think that we are going to keep going down. I want to put one here, but technically rounding out and making, you see, kind of like in that range what I was talking about. Fortunately, gotta wait a little bit to confirm. See if we're gonna actually like swing out of this and start making our way up, which would be interesting. But I think we do. It's just we gotta break the pivot point, and if we do that, then we're definitely gonna take this at 1930. Alright. Just tapped it above the pivot point. I think we are. Let's try and figure out what it wants to do. I mean, these are like small sellers, like right above it. It's not like there's a whole lot here. So we've got what? This is what, 7? So it's pretty balanced across the books. I think we get a bounce off the VWAP band. What's up, other person on the stream? What is? Alright, we're still below the pivot point, so right now it looks like it's offering as resistance. So got 1 minute hammer 34. It's just such a tight range that it doesn't feel right to try to like jump in on, you know, because it's like you jump in and then things just instantly go against you. So just trying to fill it out and wait till there's like better confirmation from it. I feel like if we're gonna break out of this range, the question is whether it's gonna be up or it's gonna be down. But I think judging by delta, I mean, technically we didn't make a newer high, because we came here, boom, didn't make, this was a higher low, but this was a lower high, and then we broke this low, and then this high didn't pass this high. So I think we are consolidating, and I want to say that it's gonna be up east from here. Delta still, or volume still at 1.6. Man, if we go down, the market's gonna be like, yeah, you think we're going up? Hold my beer. Just as I suspect, the market's like, excellent. Time to see if we break the VWAP band. We got 33 sell order that just came in right there. They're fighting for their lives right now. They're fighting for their lives. Alright, is this the break of the VWAP band that I was looking for? And we still gotta break out of like this range right here. It's the only thing. Delta's starting to look a little heavy. Let's see, 46, 22 sell blocks, 18 buy. They're fighting it. They're definitely fighting it, but we're just sitting in this range, which is kind of butt. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if you follow the trend, right? This is something I learned in a course, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at right there, right? This is fucking one of those flaggeronis. So I'm inclined to think that once we get more towards like this area, we are going to go up, or I don't know, up, down, one of them. Market said, you don't know shit. Got like 1 or 2 more candles and something's about to happen. And we're here for it. We are here for it. Well, I think it's time. I think it's time we start going down. Fake out. Band's holding so far. its way down. Set that range. Just gotta break that range. I might take profit at the bottom of the Bollinger. It's trying, it's close. It's peeking past it. You fuck around and you find out. And we got out of this account. I already got 14 on that one. I do think that we're still gonna go down though. That's the only thing. That's a hammer. 800 at the next closest volume. Deltas get rowdy. Still inclined to think that we break this range. We're still kind of stuck in it, but I think it's just trying to stack up the buyers that it can. And it seems like they're just getting consumed. Alright, that was $13.50 on that trade. And let me switch over to this other account. We're on a 50K, so we are going to do one contract. Alright, we are breaking the pivot point. Nothing above this. Put this up here. Honestly, I kind of feel like this is one of those ones where, because we are almost, we didn't break the high yet. We're pretty fucking close though, I'll tell you that much. Delta's looking pretty strong on this last candle. Probably gonna come back and test the pivot point. That's smart. We did buy at the top of the range, though. That was the only not smart thing. Right, pivot point. Pickles. Got the 34 right there. I'm down to the VWAP band, honestly, because we just ran through the pivot point. VWAP band, bottom of the range. Right there. Let's just make sure this is all refreshed. Because it does not look like these bands are matching up. Alright. This could be a little small pullback. Get whatever liquidity they can. I hate that I woke up so late today, because I do gotta jump over and mess around. I gotta take profit trader now, 150K, the big boy. So it's going to be very interesting. First time taking a big account with take profit trader. Oh, come on, you was right there, literally like one tick away. We start going down now, honestly, because it broke through that and it just tested the 34. I can't get past it. And we are at this right here would be the middle of the range if I were to jump in. Point again, where everything kind of like stalls out. Do think I would keep going down though, back into the order block at 95. Maybe take a look of the day. Sheesh. We're really trying to fight it. We are at the low of the range, so it's gonna be $100. I'll take 100. Yeah, $100 exactly. Woohoo! Thank you, market. Appreciate you. I think that would keep going down though. We're at the bottom of the range, but I feel like Delta is trying to figure out what it wants to do. Like level at 100, 800. Wow, as soon as I move my take profit, they're like, no, you ain't getting nothing. Definitely are. I gotta roll the, no, get a little spiky spike. Maybe back up to VWAP. be the safer entry, but not much buyers left, but we do got that order block that we keep bouncing off of. Bounced off it a bit. This is the third time now in a 5-minute candle, so it got pretty low, so we might break it. It's probably just trying to find the legs for it. Bounce off of the boom. Bounce off of the boom. Order block. I do think that we might run it this time. Delta's still kind of looking up. I was around him, but start out. This is just a super small range to 05. From 800 to 05. It's not ideal. Is it time that we break everything? I mean, we still got the pivot point up here, so pivot point's right there. Delta looks like it's on its way up, so let's do a buy just above the VWAP band. Take that to the pivot point. To the bottom of the range, honestly, but I was tempted to add to it, honestly. Delta's looking around it though. Technically right above. Oh my god. What was that? Where's tree? 26, so it wasn't too bad. It's trying. It is trying. Still think that we gotta get up there. It's been testing the pivot point, so. Just getting absorbed though. .34s are getting closer to each other, so could be a good sign. He's just trying to grab a little bit extra liquidity on it. Stop me out. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Still got a couple more accounts to trade. I still got my 150k. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be on time this time, 12 o'clock. So make sure you guys tune in. Every weekday, 12 o'clock. Latest 1 o'clock I'll get on. I usually stream to about like 2 o'clock. So come hang out with your boy. Let's talk trading. But appreciate you guys for stopping by, and I will catch you on the next one.